Okay, so you've seen my face, you've seen my post, probably haven't heard my voice. I haven't been doing videos much lately. So, welcome to my first video for AI in the field. This one is particular is something that I have seen a lot of comments on about using artificial intelligence to create a comparative market analysis or a competitive market analysis, depending on who you ask, aka a CMA. Now, we actually worked on this custom GPT over a year ago, kind of went to the wayside. We really started diving more back into our land division, and we rebuilt it specifically to analyze large tracts of land. And so I decided to rebuild it specifically to residential. I thought I'd test it out with you guys. This is not edited, so you get me and you get any errors that we incorporate into the process, anything that we find, and so let's roll. So we actually ended up calling this one Real Estate Market Analysis Pro. Basically what it does is it takes all of the MLS data that you feed into it, pushes it through and does all of its analysis, but also pushes it against the appraisal guidelines. Now, we're not appraisers. We're not certified appraisers. This is for educational only, just so you get a better understanding of what it's looking at in order to accomplish a CMA. Now, when we say MLS data, this particularly is built, for us, what we built it for was to analyze actual subdivisions. In this particular case, we actually have a listing currently in Panther Creek here in Frisco. And so we're going to use that one as an example. And so I've already pulled the information that I needed. And so what we're pulling is all the active listings. I didn't pull any pending. I probably should have, but I didn't. Oh, well. But we also pull canceled, sold, and withdrawn over the last year. So we want to take a snapshot and look at the whole thing, and then we break it down into more of a CMA piece for a particular property that we are trying to get a better feel for, strategically, obviously, for pricing. So let's get the ball started. You can hit, we put it in there, let's get started, right? It basically tells you what information it needs. But while it's doing that, let's go ahead and upload the file that we're going to start with. And that is, of course, Panther Creek. Hit open. And from here, you can just literally leave it just like it is and just hit enter. Or you can give it specific command or prompt of what you're wanting right away. I personally like to let it go ahead and pull the information in. Obviously, it says data aligns with all the list pricing, some non-critical fields. Again, I'm not worried really about street directions, unit numbers. There are cases where you do want that, especially with condos or townhomes. So I want it to go ahead and break down into phase one. So let's start with phase one, and we will break it down from there. So basically it starts doing its thing, right? It starts to analyze the data that we gave it. It should go through a 5-phase process of pulling that information in order to give us an analysis. So there we go. One thing that we also did was we had it built in graphs, right? Now they're not the prettiest, sexiest, but it gives you an idea, right? Median sold price trends, all the way from November back, all the way through the last 12 months. Panther Creek Phase 1 marketing summary is basically you had 4 expireds, 31 closed, 22 canceled, and 14 are active. Breaks everything down, median square foot, median price, price per square foot, median days on market, right? Absorption rates 18.45 per month, balance slightly seller favorable, 12-month appreciation trend is about 8.9%. It's basically seen a modest absorption, roughly 1 in 5 actives selling monthly. Median sold price has trended downward over the past year, significantly signaling possible correction from previous highs. Now, step 2 is saying, hey, would you like to upload specific comparables for the subject property that we're trying to analyze? But before we go down that rabbit hole, let's get a little bit more information in there. Are there any trends that you are seeing with homes that sold? It's a very generic question, so let's see how it answers. And there's a reason why I'm getting it. You want to get an understanding, like, is there a reason why this house sold versus that house? One thing you can also ask it, and I'll ask it here in just a second, is, if you look at, you could look at what was the final sales price based upon list price, right? What I mean by that is, how quickly after they dropped the price to where it should have been did it sell, right? But basically, again, it's breaking down into charts that you can use. Here's what the sold home analysis reveals. Its total was 31 sold. Observations, it does show a price softening, increasing days on market, seasonal volume variation, price stability band. And basically, it's telling you right here, most sales cluster between 5 to 575, defining the current equilibrium price band for the subdivision standard 4-bed, 2-bath, homes built around 5 to 07. A little bit of an analyst summary here. Now, let's look at this. Based on the sold data, what was the average price decrease from the list of sold price, right? So you can get down and dirty and ask it quite a bit of questions depending on how much data you put in there and what you're really trying to get down to. So average list price was 97.54, price change was 2.46. On average, Panther Creeks have been accepting offers between 2.5 to 3% below their original list price. Now, that's just kind of a generic overview. Now let's look at the actual property that we want to analyze, right? So this is actually a property that we have listed. We do have it listed at 635. What I am doing, though, on this particular one is I'm giving it a CMA that I already created that actually has properties in there. What I would recommend is taking that MLS data sheets for the comparables that you want to use and upload that in there because it has a lot more data information. But for the time's sake, I didn't want to put you through all that. So let me give you the prompt that I use. It's not really a prompt. It's just, hey, ChatGPT, this is what we're doing. This house, this is a north-facing, I cannot type today. This is a north-facing home. Wood and tile, actually, and tile floors throughout the main floor. Carpet and wood upstairs. Flex room office down. All bedrooms are upstairs because that can change things, obviously. Upstairs, dedicated media theater room, heated pool and spa. And then what else? Solar 3-year-old solar panels. Those will actually be paid off at close. That will be paid at close. Cost was around $75,000. Extended pergola and deck with a new remote fence for privacy. Gosh, what else? That's 13 new windows. So we'll start with that, right? And let it work its magic. So basically what it's going to do is takes everything that we've already given it. It takes all the subdivision information. It takes everything I just told it. Takes all that information, pushes it against the information I gave it on the back end, and spits out some numbers. So 4 beds, 3 bath, 3,300 square foot, north facing, oriented premium for energy efficiency and reduced sun exposure. The pool and spa market appeal adds about 25 to 35. 3-year-old solar panel, strong value offset to utility costs, 13 new windows, extended pergola. Then it breaks down all of the sales overviews, and then it starts breaking down your analysis, right? The subject size and age align closely with the right properties and what they sold for. Solar pull and recent energy upgrades justify about a 5 to 8% upward premium. However, the market's recent 8 to 9% depreciation trend tempers the full value capture of those upgrades. So remember, earlier I was saying look at the whole subdivision, right, and see what those numbers look like. Really, right now, we are about 635, so we are a little bit on the higher end. We probably will make a price adjustment, but again, it just shows you how it can break everything down. I personally think it's a little bit more, we're priced more about in the middle range here. Again, that's my personal opinion, and we'll make adjustments as we need to. But guys, I just wanted to show this to you that yes, you can actually create we're at about 11 minutes, or try to keep it short for you. You can create a CMA, but it's not just as simple as, oh, hey, go look up these Zillow numbers and have fun. It does take some time, and I encourage you to try to build something like this, or shoot me a message and we can get the information over to you. Anyways, hope this helps. Have a great day.